Welcome to the Transforming Healthcare Coaching Podcast, where we bring you guidance and coaching perspectives so that you can level up in your life and work. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Today, we actually are going to talk a bit about coaching and coaching training. Just because there is often sometimes a misconception about what coach, where do they train, what kind of training do coaches even get? Isn't everybody calling themselves a coach these days? So I guess what I like to pose to our group that we have here today with us from our coaches at Transforming Healthcare Coaching, Klaus, Amy, and Gillian, what is unique about a coach trained by IPEC, the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching?
At IPEC, they really emphasize and do a very proficient, rigorous training. And the theme of it really gets down to, let's get to the core of things. And they have a methodology around people's energy and how they express that energy in their life. So we're extensively trained, not only just in general coaching skills, which are used all over, but then we get this very robust training in core energy coaching. And so it's a very unique process, very highly trained trainers who have been practicing this methodology.
The IPEC program is set up so that students are prepared to take the ICF certification exam if they want to do that. In addition to the education, there's multiple coaching sessions, both on an individual basis and also now on a group basis. So I personally felt very prepared when I left the IPEC program to go ahead and take the ICF certification exams.
IPEC is a well-known coaching program that is accredited to the ICF, the International Coaching Federation. And part of this coach program that we go through with IPEC is you're not learning just how to be a coach, but you're also learning how to implement the strategies that you get through working with a coach into your own life. We learn to figure out the energy within our own lives and how we want to transform it for the better and what we want to do with that. It's not a coaching school that is saying, hey, you need to create a coaching business, but how do you improve on your life? So all of us have taken these steps as a result of this coaching school to how to level up ourselves.
When I looked through the different coaching programs, what really struck me about the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching and the training programs there was that it was holistic. A lot of times people ask us, what is energy leadership coaching? Is it about crystals? Is it about energy healing? And it is none of those things. However, when I explained that energy leadership really is about leading from the individual as you lead your own life, you think about what kind of energy you bring to it. Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? Is it going to be helpful and growth mindset? Or is it going to be in a place where you actually go backwards? And then it seems to make more sense to people. So I think for me, what's unique about being a coach trained by IPEC is the fact that energy leadership coaching really is about a holistic way of looking at all of the thoughts, feelings, and actions that are necessary as we lead our own lives. I'm curious what you all think of energy leadership coaching and why that was a model that you were attracted to becoming certified in.
We've talked about this in previous episodes, but about that whole leadership, and I think you summarized it perfectly, is that we're learning what leadership means in our own lives, and that the energy that we speak to is not the crystals, not the cliche energy that many people think of when being talked about with energy. And it's about leading your own life and where your energy is on your day-to-day life, when you're under stress, and how to make changes to your energy that is powerful for you, and that we get to have these choices.
And energy leadership can be applied to every aspect of your life. So work, home, relationships. I used a lot of the principles in my own family with helping my older kids and make decisions and plan their lives out. So I think the fundamental principles are very applicable to a wide range of people in a wide range of circumstances. And as coaches, we help tailor it to each individual client.
For me, I had a previous career as a body-mind therapist. I was trained extensively in holistic methodologies. I did hands-on work with people, one-on-one healing work, really. And it was powerful and incredible. And through my life, I've changed into various careers. And I really like the idea of how, especially over time, of getting this thought of this foundational holistic way of being into the mainstream. Here we are talking about this is used, corporations, CEOs have been using it for decades, and it's really a tangible way to work with someone's energy. And this methodology, it really emphasizes uncovering and shifting the underlying thoughts and beliefs and emotions that can block our success. So it really puts together part of what my last career was in as a body mind therapist into really bringing it to many people. And now we've added in working remotely as well. So I really feel like it's branched out and many more people can relate to this and understand it and have actually experienced it.
We're really lucky to have you, Amy, with our team here, mainly because of your prior experience and to really integrate all of this and move it forward, especially for the healthcare world, as you also worked in ultrasound as well. And so I guess I'd like to ask and find out from everyone if they could explain for our audience what kind of training and certification process do coaches who are trained at IPEC undergo? And how does this training ensure that IPEC and ICF credentialed coaches are well equipped to handle the needs of healthcare professionals?
I think we spoke to it earlier in terms of this is a ICF accredited coaching program, which is what you want to make sure when you're looking for a coach is that they follow the ethical guidelines of a coach set by the ICF. And as I was telling you earlier, this coaching program, it's a very rigorous training in the essence that it's hands-on. It's not that you're going through an online course and checking some boxes when you've completed an assignment. No, this is 90 hours of in-class modules. This is over 24 hours of being coached and coaching yourself under the guidance of a mentor coach and being evaluated. Similar to being a healthcare professional going through OSCEs, for instance, you are learning to do a neuro exam for the first time and you're saying everything out loud. I am checking cranial nerves 2 through 12, right? It's the same thing as a coach, and we are being critiqued and learning to improve on our skills. So I think that speaks volume that once we graduate, we are ready to go out there. And through this program, we are trained to coach anyone through anything. We're like general practitioners with our focus and our specialty and our enjoyment and passion being with our healthcare professionals as we see the need in this healthcare community.
That's such a great point, Klaus, because a holistic approach to the coaching practice allows us to see the healthcare professional as a whole person. And so whatever issue or problem arises, we can often navigate those because of the fundamental training that we receive. I was wondering whether Amy or Gillian could talk a little bit about the secondary programs that we've all also participated in through IPEC for more advanced training in leadership development.
So IPEC offers additional training in areas like leadership, performance, wellness, that kind of thing. And we have gone through several of these courses ourselves. There are also additional coach trainings out there that are not related to IPEC that are very complementary to IPEC. And some of us have done some additional trainings. One thing that stands out to me is that healthcare is full of highly skilled and highly educated people and professionals in healthcare. We need coaches who understand the roles and understand the training and the education that has taken place and also the challenges of the healthcare professionals.
And how important is it to have clarity on what one wants to achieve through coaching before beginning the coaching engagement? That's a really common question we often get asked.
I think when a client comes for coaching and they're clear on what they want, that's helpful to other the coach, but equally, if somebody is not clear or they don't know where to start or there's so many things going on in their lives, they're spinning plates everywhere they go, then we as coaches can absolutely help listen to what the client is experiencing and break it down and figure out what's really important, where the issues are, where the blocks are, and what's really a priority for the client. Because we'll always work on what is most important to the client at that particular time.
I think it's important to either have a challenge or a desire in mind before getting into a coaching relationship. I think that's all you need to have, whether that be a challenge with burnout or relationships or a new leadership position or a transition in life, or knowing that you want some kind of dream achieved. Having one of those two understandings is probably all you need. The rest unfolds through a coaching relationship, and you will begin to learn that these things adapt and these things change. And so what maybe was a challenge no longer is, and you may want to work on something else.
There are two main motivators why people get coaching. One is that there's something that they're trying to get away from. There's something that's not working. So they're being pushed away from it. The other direction is that there's something they're being pulled towards. So there's more of a goal or an improvement or something that they're reaching towards. And those two motivators are so important in the human psyche to try to improve our lives and to make changes. And so that's a great place to start with the coaching relationship.
And I think another really common thing that happens is that sometimes it's just you're just not sure, and everything is very unknown, and it feels that maybe that you shouldn't sign up for coaching because you don't have that clear executive goal. And I can tell you that every single coach basically helps find the real goal underlying or underpinning what you think is the goal you come to. And so really it's just about desire to have curiosity for something different and often something unknown. And when you really don't know where to go and what to do, a coach often helps you gain the clarity to begin to know what the next right action step might be. As we come to a close, what should healthcare professionals look for when they're researching potential coaches?
There are so many people out there saying that they're doing coaching, influencers all over the world that are saying that they're coaches. And here in this community, I hope we have talked to you about what a true coach is. And if we can leave one thing with you is to make sure that they've gone to a accredited ICF program and that this coach that you're looking up has something that you can resonate with, whether that be that they're in healthcare or that they're a female in leadership. We find as humans that we can be more trusting and we can be more open to people who are of similar background, similar situations.
A lot of times people are referred. So someone that they know and trust has had an experience and they can then refer you to someone. And that's also like the testimonials on the website. You can hear firsthand from people who've had coaching and what effect it had on them. So you do your own research and see what feels right to you. And obviously, we're all in healthcare. Credentials are very important to us. We know the importance of really rigorous training, taking exams, doing well, and having ongoing education. So some people really mark that as a priority as well. And then also when you do meet your coach, that you have rapport and compatibility so that you can do the partnership and move forward together.
And one way to answer the question is to actually have a discovery call with the coach. So to help get to know each other and find out if it is truly a good fit.
I also want to comment on the fact that on our website, you'll see that we have a whole bunch of badges and stickers and accreditations and memberships. And that's mainly because actually we've thrown some of these terms around with the ICF and other international credentialing bodies. And what we want to just acknowledge is the fact that there actually is a robust amount of positive psychology or performance development or organizational psychology that really underpins executive leadership, personal development, and self-development, and the coaching field. It actually is backed by science with the different assessments and the different tools that we use and the different methods by which many different ICF accredited training programs achieve goals with their clients. And so we really have sought out with our group as many possible so that you can feel as a healthcare professional that we understand where you're coming from. We all either have worked previously in healthcare or are still working in healthcare. So we understand the true challenges you're facing on the front lines and also have taken the additional steps to make sure that we've done the ethical standards and the practice development and the ongoing science and discovery that underpins the coaching practice currently. So I just want to give an opportunity for anyone to add in any other thoughts or comments about how healthcare professionals can find the right coach for them.
Just try it out and talk to somebody.
I love that. And hoping through this podcast, you've also gotten to know us as well. And so we're out here just so that you can get to know us, because really it is about you and that energy alignment and finding someone that you resonate with to be able to take you to the next step. Thank you so much for listening to the Transforming Healthcare Coaching podcast. If you found this episode interesting or useful, please share this with your friends and colleagues in healthcare. And we will love it if you hit subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Leave us a review on wherever you are listening to us. It means a lot to us, and we actually read every comment. Also, we want to help with the topics and problems that you want us to talk about. Email us with suggestions, feedback, and praise at podcast@transforminghealthcarecoaching.com. If you want deeper support for your life and work as a healthcare clinician and leader, head over to transforminghealthcarecoaching.com and see how we can partner together to meet your goals. Download your copy of our free 5 reflection questions to jumpstart your journey as you level up in your life and work, and get on our email list. Be the first to know about our coaching programs and what's coming. Together, we can transform healthcare, one person at a time.